Some people say that references, personal references are a thing of the past. I don't think so. A lot of employers actually check references. It's usually government jobs that do that. I mean, it's one thing, Ari, they do the background check, they do the criminal check, they do the credit report. Did I mention the drug test? Yeah, I understand all that's necessary for the protection of society, of the clientele, the public, and the people. I understand they have to make sure you're a stand-up person. But here's where it gets catchy: the personal references, okay? Because not everybody has three people who they can contact, or they can only use those references once because they're not really close to anybody. I don't have too many friends. I'm not working with people on a regular basis anymore. Most of the people who I could have used as references, who I saw on a daily basis, I have not seen these people in more than 5 years. It's kind of shady and sketchy to reach out to people after 5 years and ask them if someone can email you or write you a letter or have your home. I'm friends with some of these people on Facebook. I don't know their home address. I don't know their phone number. I don't know their email address. And I find myself being very, very selective of where I choose to work because of this issue. Recently, I had a job which I was overqualified for. And I didn't think, I wrote down the references without even thinking they were going to contact these people. I was so embarrassed about them being bothered, you know, at all, that I put their work email address and their work phone. I didn't put their personal cell phone number or their personal email address because I was so embarrassed. I didn't think they used them up. They contact these references for this job I had, and then the job let me go. You know why they let me go? Because they said I'm not a U.S. citizen. This is how stupid these people were. I had what's called an I-9 mismatch, right? Well, whatever. There's a glitch in the system, and they were getting back a message from immigration, ICE, or Social Security, right? And they asked me to call up Social Security and DHS just to verify that I am. And I went on the phone and they said, yeah, you could tell them everything's fine. And they, oh, could you have Social Security reach out to us and let us know? That's how stupid these people are. These are people in the Human Resources Department for a government agency who are asking me to have Social Security call them. So they ended up firing me because they couldn't verify in writing that I'm eligible to work in the U.S. anyway. The point is, they used up my references. I can't use those references again. And that right now, I'm being considered for a government job, part-time, which I want. I want a nice part-time job. I want to keep working, but I don't want to do things that I'm overqualified. I'm tired of doing things that I'm overqualified for. Where there are people 30 years younger than me riding around in golf carts, making sure that I'm standing up, telling me what to do when I have a brain. There are a lot of things that I could be doing, and I could use the money. I live a very simple lifestyle. I would like to travel more. I would like to get a car. There are things I would like to, I would like to go back to school. So I wouldn't mind taking on a job with responsibility, but I'm not really in contact with anybody. I don't have any friends. Nobody's calling me. Nobody's looking. So references becomes a tricky thing. And right now, this part-time job where they want references, this job only pays $12 an hour. And even though it's with a government agency and it's good experience and I could work my way up and I resent the fact that I have to reach out to people and use references for a $12 an hour job where I could find a job for $17, $18, $19, $20 an hour. And they're not going to check my references at all. So that's all I have to say about references. Reference that. Thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.